The longest and most expensive journey you'll ever make is one to yourself. Now let that simmer into your soul. Think of a time when you were at your lowest point, when you had to suffer grief due to your past life. Did you seek revenge or did you blame yourself? Fear not. These are common options, and I'm here to show you that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Hello, everyone, and welcome to OGTV Books, where I add value to your life through books. The book of the day is called Life After Life by Jill McCorkle. Now, it's okay to grieve, but make sure you set aside time to heal. I remember when I went for a women's retreat in church. I was heavily pregnant then, and we formed a circle, something called a grief circle, that consisted of 6 to 8 women, and each person was supposed to share some, loss or grief they've had or they're currently going through or experiencing in their life. I do recall I was the youngest in the group, and I also was kind of like alarmed because I wasn't mentally ready at that point to share my grief with people I don't know. I had just miscarried, so the current pregnancy I had, that was for my first son. I was like, I just want to come here and chill, give my life to Christ, and just meditate and reflect. I'm not mentally ready to start talking about my miscarriage or whatever loss or grief I've experienced. So I decided to listen to each of them as they took turns talking about what they had experienced when they lost their spouses or their children or their parents. Some people back to back, in and out of hospitals, and how they were able to come out of that grief, to heal, be it through friends, family, or even therapy. But it took time. They made sure they took their time to grieve as well as time to heal. When it got to me, up to now, I blame it on pregnancy brain. I don't remember what I said, but I knew that, I wasn't going to be in a hurry to hash out what I've been going through mentally, in terms of miscarriage and all that. So, and I believe they understood where I was coming from. Because they're like, oh, you're so quiet and all that. So I was like, oh, yeah, I'm learning. It's my first retreat. Let me just, I'm learning from you ladies and all that. So, eventually, I guess they let it go. But then after that session, there was something called solo time. That's when you have your own private time to either chill in your room, walk around the yard, or, go read a book. I was supposed to go read a book. So I went to the library. I saw this book. It talked about women in the Bible. People like Mary, mother of Jesus, Mary Magdalene, sorrows and grief they had to go through before, and still having that strong faith in God. They went through trials and tribulations and all that, and still, their faith was unwavering. So that kind of inspired me to open up a little bit on a one-on-one basis and, start sharing my story, about my miscarriage and fear, self-doubt. And I left that retreat feeling, lighter, less worried about my current pregnancy. I decided to surrender everything to God. I can't control everything. So I went home with the mindset that, what, at the end of the day, God is going to be with me and, it would be a safe pregnancy. That's my example. Another thing I would say is make sure you forgive yourself. No matter how much of a prodigal child you were, say you didn't never listen to your parents, you always did the opposite of what they wanted you to do, you're into drugs, alcohol, abuse. There is always, no matter how bad your past was, don't let it hold you back, from achieving your goals in the future. There's something called self-repentance. You reflect on your past, no matter how ugly it is, no matter what wrong you've done, and sincerely choose to forgive yourself. Once you have created a mindset to forgive yourself, then you can go out there and seek forgiveness in case you harmed others in the process. Genuinely ask for forgiveness. This is not texting somebody, I'm sorry. No, you have to genuinely care. Even if you're not in the same location, maybe call, do FaceTime, technology now encourages all that. But be sincere in your words, in your thoughts, and in your actions. And if the person you did wrong is no longer alive, try and make amends to those that were close to them. It could be their children, it could be their parents, it could be their friends, or just do good in general, just to do good. Look at the problem happening in the world. If you can, help out in whatever little way you can. Give out what you don't need. Help others in need, whether it's through your knowledge, cash, kind, whatever you can do to make another person smile. I believe is fulfilling. I believe is worth it. And let me tell you something. In this life, you have to have a test before you can have a testimony. So everybody has their own time, You have to be patient. You have to be ready to persevere and trust that God will see you through at the end. Now, this book, I'm telling you, it is very witty. It has a unique sense of humor. But if you want more options on how to overcome grief, this is the book to get, Life After Life. I'll put the link in my description below so that you can get your hard copy. I'm telling you, it is worth it. So go grab your copy now. And just remember, whether you feel regret, shame, or anger, just know that there is life after life. And I pray that you choose to live it well. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time.